kiddies! Welcome to Kidsy Tales. Hope all my kids are happy and healthy today. And now smiling because it's story time. I've got a motivating story for you today. And the story is named The Unhappy Fellows. So, who are those fellows? Let's see. We have Tinkle, a taxi. He's a super taxi who takes people around the city. Zoom, zoom. And then we have a tumbler who's a truck. He takes loads from one place to another place every day. And then we have Rumbler, a race car. Zoom, 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 zoom. Every evening, the three friends gather around and talk about how their day was. Tinkle tells his friends about how many different kinds of people he met. There are people who are sad, there are people who are happy, there are people who pay him tips, there are people who forget the luggages, and so on. Tinkle explains. And Tumblr tells what are the different types of goods that he carried today, and what were the places he traveled, and how the cultures were different in each of the place. And what about Rambler? He explains the different kinds of racetracks and how he won the race and how glorious he looked on the racetrack. They all look happy, right? But why do we call them the unhappy fellows? Tinkle, who always traveled in the city, wanted to be like Tumbler. He wanted to go far away places. He was so bored of the city. And what about Tumbler? Tumbler wanted to be like Rambler. He wanted to race, vroom, 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 vroom. He wanted to go. And what about Rambler? He wanted to be like Tinkle. He wanted to go around the city slow and steady, and he enjoyed the city and not the tracks anymore. After saying all this, they decided, why not let's give it a try? So next day, Tinkle went to the loading depot. He took some goods for him and he went on a long trip. What about Tumbler? He registered himself for a race and he was all ready for vroom, 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 vroom. And what about Rambler? He went to the taxi point. He was ready to take people and show them around the city. But what really did happen? Tinkle went on a long drive, but after some time he became very tired. Why? Because he was not used to such long travels, and to carry, so much of luggage was something that he was not used to. And on top of it, some of the goods started leaking, and soon he became all dirty. And he was not happy about that. And what about Tumbler? He started the race smart. He went vroom, 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 he came. But when he had to jump with his weight, he took off vroom. But he toppled and fell down. What about a rumbler? He took people and showed them around the city. But slowly it became so boring that he started racing in his car with people. They fell here, and they started cursing and yelling him, and they wanted to just get down from his car. That evening, all the three gathered and wanted to talk about how their day was. But they were all so hesitant. Why? Because they did not have a nice day. Their day was not fun and loving like the yesterdays. That is when they realized that each of them had their own talents which the others did not have. So, what is the moral of our story? Every time we want to be like others. Let's say if I am good at singing and if I see my friend good at dancing, deep down I wish, oh, if I was so good at dancing like she was. But no, that's not right. I am good at singing, so what I need to do is keep improving it. That's how each of us are. Each of us have a talent within us that we have to identify and keep building it. Each of us are our best self. Meet you again in another story time. Until then, bye bye.